Imagine taking a peaceful trip to a quiet cabin in the woods, expecting nothing but fresh air and relaxation. But instead, you wake up to a scene so horrifying that it leaves an entire town shaken for decades. This is the bone-chilling true story of the Keddie Cabin Murders, a brutal crime so disturbing it remains one of America's most haunting unsolved mysteries. It was April 11th, 1981, in the small, quiet town of Keddie, California. Cabin 28 stood among the tall pine trees, home to 36-year-old Glenna Sue Sharp and her children. Sue was a single mother, raising her kids in this rural community, hoping for a fresh start. That night, Sue's 12-year-old daughter, Tina, and her two teenage sons, Johnny, 15, and Dana, 17, were at home. Johnny's friend Dana had come over to hang out, and Sue's younger kids, Rick and Greg, along with their friend Justin, were sleeping in another room. It seemed like an ordinary night, but by morning, Keddie would never be the same. The next day, around 7 a.m., Sheila Sharp, Sue's 14-year-old daughter, returned home after spending the night at a friend's house. She walked through the door, expecting to see her family, but instead, she was met with a nightmare. Her mother, Sue, her brother Johnny, and Dana lay brutally murdered in the living room. Their bodies had been tied with electrical wire, their hands and feet bound. Blood was everywhere. They had been stabbed, beaten, and strangled. But the most terrifying detail: Tina, the 12-year-old girl, was missing. The police arrived, shocked by the level of violence. The scene was chaotic, like something straight out of a horror movie. Whoever did this was ruthless. The killers had used knives, a hammer, and possibly even a rifle. Investigators found no signs of forced entry, which meant the killers might have been let inside. Strangely, the three younger, boys sleeping in the other room, were left unharmed. Did the killers not see them? Or did they choose to leave them alive? As investigators searched for answers, more disturbing clues emerged. Months later, 50 miles away, Tina's remains were found in the woods. It was clear she had been taken from the cabin that night. But why? And by who? Over the years, many theories have surfaced. Some believe it was a crime of rage, committed by someone close to the family. Others think it was a planned attack, carried out by multiple people. Two men, Martin Smart and his friend Boo Bobbed, became prime suspects. Martin was reportedly abusive and had a personal grudge against Sue. Even more suspicious, his wife later claimed that he had confessed to the murders. But despite the evidence, no arrests were ever made. So why hasn't this case been solved? Some believe it was mishandled by police. Others think the killers had powerful connections. And with time, evidence was lost, memories faded, and key witnesses disappeared. But even decades later, the horror of that night still lingers. Family members, detectives, and true crime lovers continue to search for answers, hoping that one day, justice will be served. The Keddie Cabin Murders remain one of the most disturbing unsolved cases in true crime history. Who killed Sue, Johnny, Dana, and Tina? What really happened in Cabin 28 that night? And why were the younger boys spared? The mystery still haunts Keddie to this day. If you have your own theory, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories that will leave you speechless. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.